Common admission test is over. What next? It's XAT, Xavier's aptitude test conducted by XLRI जमशेदपुर. तो जिन लोगों का कैट अच्छा हुआ है पर वो चाहते हैं कि उनके ऑप्शंस ओपन रहे टू grade B schools, so XLRI is one of them, and I would say it's best in HR in entire Asia, right? So even for them who have written CAT and they have done good, and for those who unfortunately could not do well in CAT, for them as well, XAT is the next thing. So the top B schools that accept the XAT score, there are around 10 schools, but these are top 5. XLRI obviously, and XLRI Delhi, XIM Bhubaneswar, IMI Delhi, IMT Ghaziabad. IMI Delhi and IMT Ghaziabad also accept CAT scores, and these three accept XAT scores only. By the way, XLRI Jamshedpur and Delhi, they have combined placement, so it's a kind of you would say a kind of branch of Jamshedpur only that is in Delhi. So the packages, obviously the first will be having the same package because they are the same placement cells. The average is 29.83, gone lower than the previous years, but then also it's a high package. XIMB, that is in Bhubaneswar, Orissa, 20.03 lakhs per annum. IMI Delhi is 17.01, IMD Ghaziabad is 17.35 lakhs per annum. In Jamshedpur, there are two programs, that is BM and HR, while in Delhi there is only BM. So let us go to the XAT exam pattern. In terms of syllabus, or let's say the academic orientation, CAT and XAT are almost same, but XAT has some extra sections, and we'll just look at that. So as you know, in CAT we have quant separately, then DI, LR, and then we have BARC. But here, quants and DI is just one section in which we'll be having 28 questions. Then we have decision making. It's not there in CAT. Decision making is essentially a kind of a section in which there are different cases given to you. The case can be a business case, it can be a personal case, it can be any kind of case that somehow relates human psychology to decision making. So I won't call that it is very much similar to critical reasoning. Not really. It's a different game altogether, but doesn't matter because it's not that difficult. Normally, all the people have some kind of empathy and sensibility. So decision making is not that difficult, I would say. At the very same time, there can be some catches also. When you feel, okay, this is going to be, a great option to choose. सबसे अच्छी बात क्या है डिसीजन मेकिंग इज लाइक अच्छी या बुरी जो भी कह लें, इट्स लाइक साइकोलॉजी, इसमें कोई भी ऑप्शन सही या गलत नहीं होता या नहीं लगता. तो दैट इज द कैच व्हिच कैन मेक इन सम केसेस डिसीजन मेकिंग डिफिकल्ट, बट ओवरऑल आई विल से इट्स अ मॉडरेट और मे बी इजी सेक्शन. वर्बल एंड लॉजिकल एबिलिटी, सो वी हैव 26 क्वेश्चंस ओवर देयर. Then there is part 2. So part 1 में यहाँ 3 sections हैं, and part 2, one section is GK. GK में earlier there were 25 questions, but now they have reduced to 20 questions only. So overall, 120 minutes for the first 3, and then 10 minutes for GK. By the way, we must keep in mind in GK we don't have negative marking, so you can actually do some kind of guesstimate. And the first 3 in which we have negative marking. नेगेटिव मार्किंग यहाँ बहुत ही कॉम्प्लेक्स और वियर्ड सी है, बट ठीक है. तो हर सही सवाल पे you'll get +1. And if you do it wrong, you will be, penalized with 0.25 marks. लेकिन अगर आपने अटेम्प्ट नहीं किया कोई क्वेश्चन, तो कैट में क्या होता था कि कुछ भी नहीं होता था, कि नेगेटिव मार्किंग नहीं होती थी. बट यहाँ पे अगर आपने 8 क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट नहीं किए तो नेगेटिव मार्किंग नहीं होगी. और 8 के बाद अगर 9वां कर दिया आपने तो 0.1 मार्क्स नेगेट रिड्यूस होंगे फॉर एवरी रॉन्ग क्वेश्चन दैट यू अटेम्प्ट आफ्टर 8 unattempted questions. Sounds weird, but yeah, that's true. That's a true story. Okay, overall, so if you can see, we have 3 hours, 95 questions in all, and this time they have dropped that essay writing, which might be a part of the final selection procedure in XLRI, but in the exam they have dropped it. Well, XAT eligibility. जिन भी लोगों ने graduation किया है, they are eligible. In CAT, we had 50% eligibility criteria. Here, there's no criteria. If you're a graduate, that's okay. जो लोग फाइनल ईयर में हैं या रिजल्ट अवेट कर रहे हैं, they can also appear for the XAT exam. And people who have professional qualifications like CA, CS, ICW can also appear. 10th, 12th scores and graduation scores do not affect the XAT eligibility. That is very important, right? And this is kind of a happy thing for a lot of people. They don't affect the XAT eligibility. Like in CAT, there is a kind of a proper effect. Well, important dates. Notification release तो हो चुका था first week of July. A lot of people, those who are watching this video, they must have filled it. And application process starts in mid-July. Last date to fill was 30th November. It's been extended. It was 25th. Now it is 30 November. And admit card will be released in mid-December. Exam date is 5th January 2025. So we have close to 1.5 months, probably, or 1.5 months is remaining. And result will be there, will be out in January last week. All right. तो अब देखेंगे एग्जैक्टली जो सेक्शंस है उसे क्या सिलेबस है. द कॉन्स एंड DI they are combined, as I told you earlier also. Arithmetic has 8 to 9 questions, very much similar to CAT. Algebra has 2 to 3 questions, lower than CAT. Okay. Geometry has 2 to 3 questions, same as CAT. Number system has 5 to 6 questions, that is much higher than CAT. Modern maths 1 to 2 questions, almost similar to CAT. And DI has 2 sets with 3 questions each. It can be 3 questions each, can be 4 questions and 2 questions. It depends on them how they make the set. So this is the entire syllabus, or a kind of a percentage breakup of different subsections in the section of quant and DI. Total 28 questions will be there. तो यहाँ से हमें समझ में क्या आता है कि XAT का एग्जाम क्वांट्स का पार्ट स्पेसिफिकली is more academically oriented, is more mathematically oriented than CAT. And that's the reason that people score very less there. But it's okay. Everybody scores less, तो percentile भी कम score पे ही आती है. Okay. Now, decision making. तो यहाँ पे decision making को पूरा समझाने के लिए, I have made a few videos on YouTube as well. I'll be making more videos. Last year set थे, दिखाया तो मैं कैसे सेट्स आए थे कुछ पिछले सालों में. General ethical dilemma. तो कोई इंसान था, वो फंस गया था कि उसको एथिकल सोच, यार मैं अगर ये करूं तो शायद एथिकल नहीं होगा, क्या करना चाहिए, एटसेट्रा. रिक्रूटमेंट इसमें क्या था कि कोई देयर वाज समवन हु वाज यू हैव टू बिहेव फ्रॉम द पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ऑफ एन HR मैनेजर. आपको रिक्रूट करना है पीपल विद डिफरेंट कैपेसिटीज. तो वैसा था, कैलकुलेटिव सेट था. एक HR डिसीजन मेकिंग, प्रमोशन का था, किसी प्रमोट करना है, किसको करना चाहिए. HR हायरिंग फॉर विजुअली इम्पेयर्ड कैंडिडेट्स, company internal disputes, HR decision making, moonlighting. So moonlighting is a phenomenon in which people work for 2 different companies, and one is their main job, other is kind of freelancing or consulting, and they don't tell it to the primary employer. That is moonlighting. तो उसमें क्या करना चाहिए? Tea stall startup. So the 3 questions each. Here we had 2 and 2 here as well. So questions will be directly MCQ, multiple choice. In some you have to find the sequence. Just like parajumbles. Verbal and logical ability. RC has 4 sets with 12 questions, 3 questions per set. Poem-based RC is also that there is a new thing which some people would find it. Poetry is such a beautiful thing. Why these competitive exams are kind of ruining poetry by creating questions on that? People have been telling me that. But ठीक है. Poem. If you someone who loves arts, poetry, music, movies, you will love this. तो यहाँ पे मैंने आप ये देखो this card where they can go to this video and watch it. मैंने एक poem based class यहाँ पे YouTube पे कराया भी है. Moreover, I am creating a product. Just like in CAT we did engineers VRC, non-engineers QA. यहाँ पे decision making और poem का combined I'm making an alpha series. Stay tuned and I will come up with the next announcement very soon. Just that you have to type in the comments. Just tell me there. Are you interested for having a separate product, a gift from my side of decision making and poetry? तो आपको नीचे लिखना क्या है? DM and poem. In the comment section just write DM and poem. So more the number of comments are there, I'll be more inclined and motivated to do that. Okay, so fill in the blanks. There are 2 questions. Critical reasoning 5 to 6, much higher than CAT. Grammar, parajumbles, total 26 questions. Okay, then B schools like XLRI, Jamshedpur and Delhi, percentile required is 24 plus. In 23 and 96 plus. In exam Bhubaneswar 90 plus. So with IMT Ghaziabad, IMT Delhi, IMI Delhi will be 88 plus. Great Lakes Chennai 88 plus. Here are some pictures of the buildings. Well, let us look at the exact score of the percentile for last 3 years. So starting with 2022, the people who got 99.5 percentile had 42 marks, and for 99 there were 37 marks. Difference of 5 marks here. for 0.5 percentile. Here it was 47, 43, 4 marks. So you can see what has happened. Probably this was easier, right, than when compared to 22. But something strange happened in 24. Paper become difficult, and that is why the scores also dropped drastically. So as you can see, people are not scoring a lot in that, and still, getting the great percentile, which means the paper is relatively on a difficult side. All right. Course, what we do in iQuanta. For Quanti, there'll be 400 plus recorded videos, 40 plus hour of live classes, like live classes, when teachers come in front of you and explain an entire topic with the relevant questions and PYQs. 3,000 plus practice questions on a dashboard assignment. VRC may be almost same hai, 120 plus recorded videos, 20 plus hours of live classes, 1200 plus practice questions, and then come to DM, decision making, 65 plus DM sets will be there, 20 plus hour of live sessions will be there. And also, as I told you, there'll be gift that I'm creating for you. Just have to comment what? DM and poem. GK 10 plus hours of live classes, monthly GK PDFs. There'll be 7 full-length mocks for XAT, and last 6 years papers of XAT will also be there, and there'll be in-depth analysis. So we have come up with an offer because the CAD is over, and now just as a kind of reduced fee for people, we have slashed our fee from 12,000 to 6,000 minus 1. Okay, so use this code target XAT 2025 and you'll get the entire course at a discount of 6,000 rupees. What can be better than that? Almost half of it. Well, so there are some testimonials. The people who topped XAT, Farzan Sheikh, who converted XLRI and SPJIMR in ISB as well, and then the person who Gauravi, she converted XLRI, BM, XAT topper, got this much percentile, 10.96 in XAT. Shreya Mishra, XLRI, BM and HRM, called from iQuanta. Then poor CAT result did not stop him. A lot of you can relate to it, isn't it? Tell me in the comments if you relate to that CAT मेरा इतना अच्छा नहीं हुआ है. CAT में हो पाएगा क्या? बिल्कुल हो पाएगा. There are a lot of people who have done that. Pranjal Gupta, 99.6% percentile in XAT. For Rishabh Rahman, 99 in XAT. Rishabh was able to, kind of crack CAT as well. He's in Bangalore right now. Amisha Verma, XAT convert from iQuanta. There are so many people. So, जो पहले बोल रहा था इसकी शुरुआत में कि CAT में किसी कारण से अच्छा नहीं हुआ. कारण क्या हो सकता है? और CAT का एग्जाम जैसा आया था इस बार, थोड़ा सा वो इजी लेवल पे ही था कंपेयर टू प्रीवियस ईयर्स. तो शायद ऐसा लगा इतना, आप शायद शॉक हो गए होंगे, पढ़ा बहुत था, आया कुछ ऐसा जो बहुत बेसिक था हम भूल गए या कुछ सिली मिस्टेक्स कर दी. तो अनफॉर्चुनेटली बहुत से लोग CAT जिनका अच्छा नहीं हुआ है, मेरे सांत्वना उनके साथ है, ऑल माय कंडोलेंसेस. बट यू नो व्हाट, देयर इज अ होप आल्सो, एंड द होप अटैच्ड टू इट इज XAT. Do not wait for one more year, and waste one more year, spend one more year in, in the pursuit of cracking CAT again. You can do it. It's your choice. But XAT is still there. In January, go and crack it. And I will see you in the classes. Thank you.